Hello everyone, I am Vijay Thapa and welcome back to the new episode of our tutorial series. Today I am back with a new tutorial of food order website with PHP and MySQL. In the previous episode, we have successfully added the functionality to add admin in database, and we also displayed the admin in our manage admin page. Today we will be working on update and deleting the admin as well as changing the password of admin. So without further ado, let's start our tutorial. So let's continue working on our admin module, and first I will work on deleting the admin because it is easier than update admin and it also takes less time. So let's go back to our code editor. So I'm using Visual Studio Code, and this is our manage admin page and this is our add admin page. Now I will create another page to delete the admin. So I'll go to my project, which is food order, and inside the admin along with add admin.php page we need to create a delete admin.php page. Okay, so I'll click on new file icon, and here I will create a new page, delete dash admin.php, and here we won't be displaying any front end like we did on add php. We will just process the data or delete the admin and redirect to the manage admin page. So I will open with php, and here I will write the steps that we will be doing to delete the admin. So first step is to get the ID of admin to be deleted. Then we need to create SQL query to delete admin. This is step number 2. And step number 3 is to redirect to manage admin page with message, and the message can be either success or error. Let's save it. And first thing we need is to get the ID. So to get the ID we need to go to manage admin page, and here in our button we need to send the ID. So here is our button. So here is our delete admin page, and here we need to send the ID to our delete admin.php page. So here I will add a link. So first we need to display is our home URL, which is inside our site URL constant. So this is a constant that we created inside constants.php, and it has our home URL. And after that we need to pass, like, I will check again. So we have ended with slash, so we do not need to pass the slash. So admin slash, and we are sending this link to delete-admin.php. so delete-admin.php. hope you remember this. So let's save it, and I will go back to manage admin and refresh it, and I will click on delete admin page, and we are in our delete admin.php, and we have not done, or we have not displayed anything, so this is empty. But if you are having a error like for object not found error, then your URL is broken. So you need to make your URL like as shown here. So this is our home URL, and we need to go inside the admin folder, and inside that admin folder we have delete-admin.php, and in this URL we need to pass the ID. So I will pass the ID. So ID is equals to, and we need to pass the value as well. So our value will be echo, and we have id here, so I will $id, I'll pass the value. So this will be our get variable. So passing the value through URL means this is a get method. Passing the value through form like in our add method is a post method. So this is post method, whereas passing the value through URL is get method. Okay, so this is a get variable, and we will get the value of this id using $_get function. Okay, so let's save it. Let's go back to our delete-admin.php, and here we need to get the value. So I will create a variable $id is equals to $_get, and our variable name is id. That's it. And here we can display the value and check whether we are getting the value or not. So I'll refresh, I will save it and go back to manage admin page, and I'll refresh it. And when you hover over the delete admin page, you can also see the URL at the bottom like this. Yes, you can see we have 1, 2 and 5. We have deleted the middle part while I was showing the database section. So this is how we pass the value. So if I click on one of this button, then here you can see the value. So this is 1. So if I click under 1, we have 2, and if I click the another one, we have 5. So we are successfully passing the value, and we are successfully getting the value in our delete-admin.php page. Okay, now we need to create the SQL query and delete the data from our database. Okay, so I'll create the SQL query. For that, I'll create a variable called SQL, and the query is delete from table name, which is tbl_admin, and we need to add where keyword, where id is equals to $id. That's it. This id is column in our database table, and this id is the value that we obtained from get variable. Okay, after that we need to execute the query. So execute the query. Here let's create a variable $res, and we will execute the query. To execute the query, we need to add MySQLi_query function, and here we need to pass $con and $SQL. But $con, we do not have $con because we have not included constant in this file. So at the top we need to include the constants to use this $con, because this $con variable is inside our constants.php. Here we have $con, so we need to include our constants.php file here. So include constants.php file here, include, and here we will include our file. So include file is inside our config, so we need to get out of this admin page. So to get out of the admin page, we use double dot or full stop and then backslash, and then we need to go inside our config folder. This is config folder, and inside that config folder we have constants.php. That's it. So this will include our constant.php file, and we can use $connection. And after this executing the query, we need to check whether the query executed successfully or not. So here we'll check. So if $res is equals to true, then query executed successfully and admin deleted, but else failed to delete admin. That's it. Now here we can display the message. So I'll display the message echo admin deleted, and here I will display failed message echo failed to delete admin and semicolon. Let's save it and let's go back to our manage admin. I'll refresh again and I'll click on delete button. So this time I will delete this one. I'll click on delete admin deleted, but we do not want to see the message here. Instead we want to redirect it to home page and see the message in our home page. So we will do that now. At first let's go to our database and let's check the admin, whereas the admin is deleted or not. Where is our database food order? We can go to tbl admin, and here we only have two data. We have successfully deleted the one data, and here also you can see one of the data is gone. Now let's redirect our page from delete admin.php file, and let's see the message in this manage admin section. Okay, so I'll go back to our delete admin page, and here I will just comment out this, and then we will create a session variable to display the message. So create session variable to display variable to display message message. So $_ session, I will create a session variable called delete, and it will be like admin deleted successfully, and then we need to redirect to our manage admin page. So redirect to manage admin page. So to redirect we'll use header function, and header local host, and then we need to pass our home URL, which is site URL, and then admin / manage -admin.php. So this will redirect to our manage admin.php file, and here I think we have missed something. Oh, here we do not have single quote close, so that's it. So I forgot to close the single quote here. Now I have added. Now we will comment out this message as well. Instead we will create session here also, $session, and I will give its name as delete. So this and this is same, and both success and failure message won't be set at the same time. If the delete is success, then this delete session variable will have this message, but if we fail to delete, then the delete session variable we have this message. Okay, so that's why I have created same variable name for same session. Okay, so don't be confused. And here let's say failed to delete admin, try again later, and we need to redirect to our manager admin page. So I'll copy this one and paste it here. Okay, so that's it. Now we have set the session, but we need to display it in our manage admin page. So I'll go back to manage admin, and here we have add session. Now let's check for our delete session as well. So if is set $_session and then delete, then we will display the delete message. So echo $_session delete, and we need to onset as well, onset $_session delete. That's it. Now let's save it and let's go back to our browser. Let's refresh the browser and let's click on delete and check whether our uh, delete page redirects to manage admin and displays the message or not. So I'll click on delete button. Sorry, we are not redirected, so let's go back and check the error again. So here, not here, here we need to check localhost and then site URL admin.php, not localhost, this is location. Location, let's save it and let's go back and here you can see the message. So message is showing successfully. So I'll refresh once again and I will add an admin because we only have one admin. So I will add admin. So we have admin message. So let's delete this one. Now I'll click on delete admin. So our delete admin page has successfully redirected us to our manage admin page, and we can also see the message which is admin deleted successfully. Now I want to add some color to this message. When we have success message, let's display it in green, and when we fail, let's display this message in red. Okay, so once again I will add a couple of admin here so that we can check later. So I'll add admin, add. So we have 3 admins now. So I will add those color in our message. For that I will create a CSS. Let's go back to our code editor, and in our admin CSS here I will create some color for our error message. So here I'll create a class called success as well as, and I'll give its color as color, and here we'll give the color. So let's go back to our browser, and here I will go to flat UI colors, and the color theme we are using is I think Chinese color palette, and let's use this color to display the message for success. So I'll click on this, copy, and we'll use this color, Ctrl V, and let's create another class for error. So dot error, and here I will call it as color, and let's copy red color. So I'll use this color, copy, and I'll paste it here, Ctrl V, and save it. And then let's go to delete-admin.php, and here is our message. So here I will add the CSS. So I will create a div tag here, so div, and I will end the div tag here, div. This is ending div, so we need backslash as well. And here I will add class is equals to, and here you need to give single quote because we have already used double quote here, so we cannot use double quote again. So instead of double quote we are using single quote here. So here I will call it as success, and here in error I will create a div, div class is equals to error, and here I will close the div. That's it. Let's save it, and let's go back to our browser, and let's go back to our manage admin page, and here I will refresh the manage admin page. And to be sure I want to refresh the CSS file, so I will right click and go to view page source, and I will open CSS file. So I'll click on this link, and here I will just refresh this page as well. So just refresh this page to be 100% sure, because sometimes due to cache or some temporary files this does not refreshes and we cannot see the color. But since we have refreshed, now we can see the color because I can see the CSS classes here, so it should work. So let's refresh this page, and I'll click on delete button. So I'll click on delete button, and here you can see the message in green color, and admin deleted successfully. If we have a error message, then we will see the message in red color. Okay, so that's how you can use colors successfully. For testing purpose, I have deleted other admins. Now I'll add the admin again. So I'll click on admin and click here and admin. But you cannot see this message in green. Please add the div tag in our admin message as well. Okay, so this is classwork or homework for you. I'll add another admin as well. So that's it, guys. We have successfully added the functionality to delete the admin. Now let's work on updating the admin. To update the admin, we need to display the admin in form like this. So we will create a similar form like add admin form, but instead of this blank text box, we will fill these text boxes with the details of selected admin. So let's go back to our code view and let's create this update admin page. So I'll go back, and along with add admin and delete admin, let's create a new file. So I will click on this new file, and here I will call it as update-admin.php. So here we need to include our menu and our footer file. So I will open PHP, and here first thing I'll do is include, and then we need to include partials / menu.php, and the another one is, I will just copy this, I will go down, paste it here, and instead of footer, this will be, instead of menu, this will be footer.php. That's it. And here I will create a div of div.main content, and inside that main content div we have wrapper. So div.wrapper, and that's it. And inside this wrapper we have h1 tag, and this will be update admin page. Okay, let's save it, and let's see how our update admin looks. To see that, let's add a link in our update admin button inside our manage-admin.php file. So I'll go to manage-admin.php, and here we need to add a link as we have added on our delete-admin.php file. So here we need to display our site URL first. So echo site URL, and then we need to go inside admin, and inside our update-admin.php, and we also need to pass the ID. So what ID is equals to php echo $ID. That's it. Let's save it, and then let's go back to our browser and let's refresh our manage admin page, and I'll click on update admin button. So I'll click on update admin, and here we can see our update admin page. So this is our update admin page. Now we need to create form and display the details of selected admin. So I will create a form first, and then we will get the detail of selected admin and display in that form. Okay, so let's go back to our update admin page, and after h1 tag, here we need to create a form action. We do not need to add anything. We need to pass method is equals to, this will be a post method because we are passing the value through form, and here we will create table to align our input tags perfectly. So I will go back to add admin and see the design. So here we have created form and table with 30 tbl30 class for table, and we have table row or tr and then td inside it. Okay, and we also have two break tag after h1. So I will add two br after h1, br and then br, br, we have to br, and after that we have form, and here we need table, and the class for our table is, I will add space after form, so the class is tbl-30, and after table we need tr, inside the tr we will have td, and first thing we have is let's see, we have full name, username and password. So first thing is full name, and then we need to add input tag. So input type is text, and then we need to pass name attribute, name is equals to full underscore name, and here we'll pass the value to display the current full name of the admin. And let's create another row tr, and here we will have td, and here we'll create a column for username, and let's create another column to display the username. So input type is text and username, and name will be username, and we also need to pass value. That's it, and let's go back to browser and see our add admin page. So add admin page, we have full name, username and password, but in our update page we won't be displaying the password because password is encrypted, and to encrypt the password we have used MD5 function, which is one-way encryption. That means we cannot decrypt the password. So we won't update the password. Instead we will add another button, and we will add a functionality to change the password. Okay, so in update we will only be updating full name and username, and in another page we will be changing the password. So let's go back to our code view, and here is our full name, username, and since we won't be updating the password, I will add a button after the username. So tr and td, and this will be colspan and 2 colspan 2, because we are merging two column, we have two column in every row, and inside it we will have submit button. For that we use input tag, input type is equals to submit, and here our name will be submit, and value will be update admin admin, and let's give the class for this button as btn dash secondary. I don't know what class we gave for add admin button, so I'll go back here, and here we have also given btn secondary, so this will be consistent. So let's go back to our browser, and let's go back to our admin page, and I will click on update admin, and here we have our full name and username, but we are not seeing the current full name as well as current username, so we need to work on that. So let's work on getting the full name and username of current admin. So let's go back to our code view, and here before the form we will get the details of current admin. So here I will open the PHP, close the PHP again, and between this PHP tag we will display the details of current admin, and to get that details we need to get the ID that we passed through our update admin button. So we have passed the ID in our update admin button, so let's get that ID. So I'll go to update admin.php page, and here first step is to get the ID of selected admin, and then second step will be create SQL query to get the details. That's it. So here I will get the ID. So $id is equals to $_get, because this is a get method, because we have passed the ID through URL. So ID, and the variable name or get variable name is ID. That's it. Now here we need to create the SQL query. $SQL is equals to select all from tbl_admin. That's it. And then we need to execute the query. So execute the query. To execute the query, we will create a $res variable, and here we'll use mysqli_query function. Here we need to pass $con and $SQL. That's it. And now we do not need to include the constant.php, because constant.php is already included in our menu.php file. So if I open the menu.php, here we have already included the constants, and in our delete admin.php we did not have that menu.php file. That's why we needed to include the constant.php. So I'll close the delete admin.php, and now let's check whether the query is executed or not. So check whether the query is executed or not. If $res is equals to true, and then we will check whether the data is available or not. So again here we need to check whether the data is available or not. For that we need to count the rows. So let's say $count is equals to mysqli underscore num underscore rows, and here we need to pass $result or $res, and here let's check whether we have data or not. Check whether we have admin data or not. So let's say if $count is greater than 0, or let's say here I forgot to add the where keyword. Here we need to pass where keyword as well, because we are getting the detail of a specific admin. So we need to check with where keyword, where id is equals to $id. That's it. So this is our SQL query. And here, since we are getting the value of one single id or one single admin, this count must be 1. So if $count is equals to 1, then only we will get the details, else we will redirect to manage admin page. So let's redirect it. To redirect we use header and then location, and here we need to pass site URL admin / manage-admin.php, and we need to close our code as well. So that's it. This will redirect us to manage-admin.php file, and here let's say just for checking purpose I will display a message admin available. We need to check this because sometimes some user will try to hack our system, and if we do not check this, then our system may stop working. So I will give the demo of that. So when you go back to our manage admin page and click on, let's say click on update admin. So generally normal admin or normal user will just click on this button and see the page, right? And we have a message admin available as well. But sometimes some admin or some user will try to pass the value from here. So we have id is equals to 9 and id is available and the admin is available. But what will happen if I pass like 9,000 or 90,000? So if we did not check like this, then this would show the error. But since we have checked whether admin is available or not, this will, when the admin is not available, this will redirect us to home page. Okay, so that's why we need to check this like this. This is one sort of checking mechanism. You can call it checking mechanism or you can call it adding a validation. Okay, so let's go back and we have like checked whether the admin is available or not. So I will select one admin and admin is available. Now let's display those details of the current admin. Okay, so here instead of echo admin, here we need to get the details. So for that I will create a $row variable and here we'll use MySQL underscore fetch underscore a sock function, and here we'll pass $res, and here we will create variables to save the username and full name of current admin. So I'll call it as full name is equals to $row, and here we need to pass the column name in our database table. So our column name is full underscore name and username is $username is equals to $row and username. That's it. Let's save it, and if we check the database, and our column name full underscore name is username, so this is full underscore name and this is username. So that's it. Now we can display this value in our this input field. So we can display the value in our input field. So let's display in our value property. So in value I will create PHP and echo $full name, and here in username we will display PHP and $username. That's it, and let's save it, and let's go back to browser and let's refresh it. And here we can see the full name, but we cannot see the username. I think we have something wrong. So what do we have? $username, $username, echo, I forgot echo here, echo username. Let's refresh again. So here we have our full name as well as $username. Now what we need to do is we need to update this value whenever we click on submit button. So after the form or after the div, I will create form, or I will create a PHP and check whether the button is clicked or not, and whether the submit button is clicked or not, and we will only update the admin when a submit button is clicked. So check whether the submit button is clicked or not. So if $_post and submit, then echo, sorry, I have to close the bracket here, echo button clicked. That's it. So let's save it. Let's go back to our browser and I'll refresh it, and I think we have an error, undefined index submit. If it's set, we need to check whether it is set or not. If it's set, dollar underscore post submit, then only we will check. So I'll refresh again. Now our warning is gone. Since we have not clicked the update button, we do not have any message. So when I click on update button, we have message button clicked, and we only want to update the admin whenever update button is clicked. Okay, so let's go back, and I will comment out it, and along with our full name and username we also need to pass our ID. So here I will create an input tag along with submit button, and this input type will be hidden because we do not want to display the value in our update admin page like this, but we want to pass the value as a post method. Okay, so input type hidden, and name will be ID, and its value will be value is equals to PHP echo $ID. That's it. So if I save it and refresh it, I will refresh like this, and you cannot see the ID text box like this because this is hidden. If I make it text and save it and refresh, here you can see the ID and value in a text box, but we do not want to display the ID like this, so that's why I will make it hidden. Okay, that's it. Let's save it, and let's go back to our processing update form or update value. Now first thing we need to do is get all the value from form. So get comment, this is comment, so get all the values from form to update. So first thing I will get is $ID is equals to $_ post ID, and then I will get is full name is equals to $_ post full underscore name, and then username is equals to $_ post. This is a post variable because we are passing the value through form, so this is a post method. So username, that's it. Let's save it, and let's also echo or let's print whether our ID, full name and username is being passed correctly or not, just for checking purpose. I'll save it, go back to the form, I'll refresh the form, and I will change the name like Vijay Thapa and change the username Vijay Thapa. So username do not have space, whereas the full name has a space. I'll click update admin. So here this is our ID, this is my ID, and this is my full name, and this is my username. So I am getting all three values. That means we are successfully passing the value from our form to our update processing. Okay, so this is update processing section, and we are processing the value on same page as a update admin page. Okay, so now we need to create a SQL query. Create a SQL query, query to update. Create SQL query to update admin. So let's create an SQL query. So $SQL is equals to update tbl underscore admin set, and we need to set the value that has been changed. So let's say set full underscore name is equals to $full name, and then username username is equals to $username, and this is the database column name, and this is the variable name that has our updated value. So these are column names, these are value from our form. Okay, and at the end of the last column do not add comma. Okay, and here I'll add space, and then I'll press space and then press enter, and where id is equals to $id, because we only want to update the admin that is selected, so that's why we need to use where keyword. Okay, after that we need to execute the query. Now create $res variable is equals to MySQL underscore query, and here we need to pass $connection, database connection, and $SQL, and then check whether the query is executed or successfully or not. Check whether the query executed successfully or not. So I will check if $res is equals to true, and then query executed and admin updated, else failed to update admin. So let's create a session variable and set the message. So $_session update is equals to here we will pass admin updated successfully, and let's add the CSS to display the color as well. So div class is equals to success, and we need to close the div. So div class is equals to success, and we need to redirect as well. So redirect to manage admin page. So header and then location, site URL, and here we need to pass admin and manage that admin.php. That's it. Now we need to do the same in our else condition, just the message will be different. So I will just copy header to $_session, and I'll paste it here, and this div class will be error, and we need to set fail message. So fail to delete admin. That's it, and let's redirect it to manage-admin.php file. So let's save it, and let's go to manage-admin.php and display the message if the session is set. So like delete, we also need to check whether the session for update is set or not. So if is set $_session update, then we will display the message echo $_session update, and then unset $_session update. That's it. Let's save it, and let's go back to our browser, and let's refresh this page. Cancel. I will go this way. So let's go back to admin page. So I will select this last one, Elena Valenzuela. So I'll click on update admin, and instead of this name I will give my name Vijay Thapa, and I will change the username as well to Vijay Thapa, and I will click on update admin. Admin updated successfully, and here you can see my name, which is Vijay Thapa, and username is changed to Vijay Thapa. Okay, now let's add a last feature in this manage admin page, which will be change password for our admin. Okay, so I will add a button to change password and also create that functionality. So let's go back to our code editor, and in our manage admin page, let's go back, or let's go down, and along with our update and delete button, let's create another button. So here I will create anchor tag, and I will give its class to btn primary. So let's give it as btn dash primary primary, and let's call it as change password. That's it, and let's save it by pressing Ctrl and S. I will save it by pressing Ctrl and S. Let's go back to our browser, let's refresh it, and here we have button change password and update admin, delete admin, and this is change password. Now we need to create a page to change the password as well as add a link. So first I will create a file inside this admin along with manage admin and all of these pages. I will create a file, and here it will be update dash password.php, and let's save it. And in our manage dash admin.php, let's add a link. So here it will be same like this. So I will copy this, and we also need to pass the ID of selected admin. So I will copy everything. So instead of manage dash or update dash admin.php file, this will be update dash, not updates, it is, yes, it is update password. So this update, I forgot the name of the file, it was update dash password.php. so this is update dash password.php, and we are passing the value of selected admin as well. So that's it, let's save it. Let's go back to our browser, let's refresh it, and I will go back to our update admin page, not update admin, we need to go back to update password page. So this is our update password page. Here I will include our menu and footer. So php and then include menu, we have menu inside partials for the PRTIAL partials slash menu.php, and then I will include footer as well. So I will copy it, Control Alt, Control C, go back down, Control V, and instead of menu it will be footer. Okay, now here we need to create a div for main content, and inside this main content we have wrapper. So div the div wrapper, so div class wrapper, div class main content. Inside the main content we have div class wrapper. Okay, and after that we have h1 tag, and this is like, let's say, change password, and after h1 we need to add br tag to br tag for better like spacing, and here we will create a form to change the password of current admin. Okay, so I will save it, let's go back, and I'll refresh it, and I click on change password, and this will be the section where we will add a form to change the password. Okay, so we can see the change password page. That means our link is working perfectly. If we have error like object not found error, then please go back to your manage admin page and please correct your link in your change password button. Okay, so you need to focus on this area. So if everything is right, then we can work on update as password. So let's work on here. So first thing I will do is create a form, because we need to change the password using post method using form. So here we need to pass method is equals to post, and we are leaving action as blank because we are processing the form, or we are changing or connecting with database and updating data on a same page. That's why we are leaving it blank. If we had created another form like update password action page to update all of these things and work with database, then you need to give the link to that page. Okay, and I have done that method or using another page to process the data in my another course, which is creating a task manager app with PHP and MySQL. And if you want to check that, I will put the link in the description. For now, let's work on this. So I'll go back to form, and here I will create a table to display the data. So table, and its class will be tbl30. Class is equals to tbl, that's 30, and inside the table we will have tr, and inside the tr we will have td, and first column will be our old password. So we will ask user to enter the old password. This is not reset. If we were working on reset password, then we do not need old password. Okay, so that is a separate thing. This is another thing. Okay, so this is old password, and then td, and here we will create input type. So input type, it will be password, and its name will be, let's say, old password, and value, we don't need to display the value, we are just inputting the value. So it will have placeholder is equals to old password, that's it. tr td, and then we will add a new password. Let's not call it old password, let's call it current password. This is name is current password, and new password, and we will create another column td, and here input type is equals to password, name is equals to, sorry, not name space, name is equals to new password, and placeholder is equals to new password, we don't need semicolon, I forgot that. And last one will be like confirm password. So we will ask user to type the password 2 times. So td confirm password, let's make it capital, confirm password, and we will create input type. Input type will be password, and name is, sorry, name will be confirm underscore password, and we will have placeholder as well. Placeholder is equals to confirm password. That's it. Now let's create a button to change the password, and along with that button we will also need to pass the id tr, and then td, this will have colspan is equals to 2 because we are merging 2 columns, and here we will create input type submit. So input type will be submit, and its name will be submit, and value will be change password. Okay, so that's it. Change password, that's it. And we need to pass the ID as well, but we have not obtained the ID from our manage admin page, so here we need to get the ID. So I will create a PHP. So PHP, let's check if is set $_get ID, and then we will get the ID. So $ID is equals to $_get ID, that's it. And we'll pass this ID along in this form as well. So I'll create input type hidden here. Input type is equals to hidden, and let's call it name. Name is equals to ID, and we'll pass value. Value is equals to PHP echo $ID. That's it. Let's save it, and let's view the form. So here we have current password, new password, and confirm password, and let's give the CSS for our button as well. So this is btn secondary, so this is our input button. I'll give class is equals to btn dash secondary. Let's save it and let's refresh it. So refreshing it, so here we have current password, so let's change the name of placeholder as well. This is current password. So here this is current password, new password, and confirm password. So since this is admin panel, admin can change the password of anyone. So in common sense, this is not necessary, because admin can change the password of anyone without knowing the current password of the current person. But I want to but this feature can be added when the personal user have his or her own profile section, and in that profile section we can implement this. But for normal user it's okay if we do not have current password. But I wanted to show you the feature along with the current password as well, so that you can later add this feature whenever the individual or logged in admin has their own profile and they want to change their profile password only. Okay, so I have added extra feature for that. So let's work on this. So let's work on current password. For that I need to create an admin with a password that I can remember. So I will create an admin, and I'll give full name as ADMINIS administrator. I will give its username as admin, and I will also give its password as admin, and I'll click on add admin. So we have admin with administrator and admin, and its password is admin. Okay, because if I do not know the current password, then I can change the password. So that's why I created the new admin. So I'll go to change password and we'll work on this. So we only change the password whenever this button is clicked, so we need to check that. So here I will create a PHP and check whether the submit button is clicked or not. If is set $_post and then submit, then echo clicked, just for checking purpose. And this is not double slash, save it, and let's refresh the page. And I will click on change password button, and bottom is click, and then only we will process our data. So first step is to get the data from form, and then second step is to check whether the user with current ID and password exist or not. Then we need to also check whether the current or new password and confirm password match or not, and then only finally update change password if all above is true. Okay, so we'll do this. So let's go to the first section, which is getting data from form. So first thing I will get is ID. So $_post ID, and then $RE and current password is equals to $_post password, and our password is always encrypted, so we'll use MD5 to encrypt the password. And then we'll get new password, $new password is equals to MD5 $_post new underscore password, and then $confirm underscore password is equals to MD5 $_post confirm underscore password. Okay, so that's it. This is how we get the form, and all of these $_post names should be matched with this name, this input type name, current password, new password, confirm password, current password, new password, and confirm password. So first thing we need to check is whether the current ID and current password exist in our database or not. So for that we need to create SQL query. QL is equals to select asterisk from tbl_admin where ID is equals to $ID and password is equals to sorry, which one is this? Current password. So this is our SQL query, and if you see the difference, we have single quote for password value, but we do not have single quote for ID, because ID is an integer variable, or ID has an integer value, so it do not need a single quote, but password is a string value or varchar, so it needs single quote. Okay, now we need to execute the query. So execute the query. $res is equals to mysqli underscore query, and here we need to pass $connection and $sql. If $res is equals true, and then we need to check whether data is available or not. So for that I will create $count is equal to mysqli underscore num underscore rows, and here we'll pass $race, and if $count is equals to 1, which is there will only be one user whose ID and password match, because even if the password is same, there won't have another ID, so there will only have one ID with one password. Okay, so that's why we are checking for 1. That means a user exists and password can be changed, but if it's not equal to 1, then user does not exist, set message and redirect. So I will set a message $_session. I will call it as user not found, and is equals to, I will display the message user not found, and let's give a div as well, and class is equals to error. Let's close the div. That's it. So let's check. For that I will call it echo, and I will call it as, I'll give message as user found, and let's save it, and let's go to our manage admin page, not manage admin. So when we have an error or when user is not found, then we can display the message on manage admin page. Okay, so let's go to manage admin page. Let's redirect to manage admin page. So I'll go here, and along with this update message, let's display the if is set $_session user not found, then echo $_session user not found, and then unset $_session user not as found. So this message will be displayed whenever, like we did on previous thing, whenever someone tries to add the ID with no user and tries to pass the value, like I will use form filler and change the password. Sorry, it's not redirecting because we have not redirected. I think we have not redirected. So we have set the message, but we have not redirected. Here we need to redirect the user. So redirect the user. So header, and then location dot site URL admin slash manage dash admin dot php. That's it. Let's save it, and then I'll go back and I'll go to home admin, and here you can see the message because previously we had not redirected. Now let's see again. So I will add ID where user is not available. So I will press I will give the ID and press enter, so that this ID is set for now. Now I will try to fill the form, and I click on change password, and it redirects it because user with that ID and password did not match, so we are getting user not found message. Okay, so this is validation, this is checking mechanism whether the user exists or not. Okay, Now here, now we have to work on updating the password of the user. So we can remove this message, or let's check whether this works or not. So I'll go here and I will add the current password, and I will type confirm password, change password, and user is found. So when we do not add extra things, then we can find the user. But when we try to add a different value, let's say let's add some password which we have not set, and check it as well. And so user is not found because our password and ID did not match. So we need to match the ID of the user as well as current password for now. Okay, and if you had not added this current password, if you only have new password and confirm password, then you do not need this step, or you do not need hold this step. Okay, you can always you can only do the step inside this if method. Okay, so now here we will check whether the new password and confirm password match or not. So here we need to check. So let's check it. If dollar new password is equals to dollar confirm password, then only we will update the password, else we will redirect to manage admin page with error message. Okay, so for that I will just copy this message and use it. Okay, so I'll go here and paste it and tab it, and I will change the session variable name as not match password not match. Okay, sorry, password not match. Let's change the message, password did not match. Okay, so now let's save it and let's go back and let's try this one. So I'll refresh it and I will type current password, and this should be right, and I will type new password something, and I will type confirm password. Sorry, we have not like added the or displayed the session message in our manager in page. So here we need to display the session. So if we set $_session, and here our password not match, and then here we need to display using echo $_session pwd not match, and then we need to unset $_session pwd not match. That's it. Save it, go back, and I will click on change password. Here you can see the message password did not match, and if the password is matched, let's display the message. So I will just, for checking purpose, I will call it password match, just for checking purpose. We will comment out later. So let's go back and let's refresh, and I will type the current password. Here you can type 12345 12345 and change the password match. So when the password is matched, then only we will update the password. Okay, so let's work on updating the password. So now we can update the password. So for that we need to create another SQL query. We have already created SQL query here. Now we need to create another SQL query and we need to create res. So since we are on a same code block, we cannot create another variable with same SQL query. So let's create SQL2. So I'll call it $SQL2 and we will call its SQL query. So update tbl underscore admin, and then we need to pass set, and here we will set the password. Password is equals to $new password. That's it, and we do not need comma, space, and press enter. And where id is equals to $id. That's it. And then we need to execute the query. So $res2 is equals to MySQL underscore query $connection. Database connection can be same, and we are using $SQL2. That's it. And then check whether the query is executed or not. Check whether the query executed or not. Let's check if $res2 is equals to true, then we will display message, else display error message. For message I will use same session variable and redirection, because we will be redirecting to a manage admin page. So I'll copy it, I will paste here, Control V, I will indent it, and here instead of, I will change the session name. This will be change pwd password, and this is not error, this is success, and I will call it password change successfully. That's it. And I will copy this and I will paste it here. This is a success message, this is error, and this is error, and we will have error message to change password. That's it. And then here we don't need to change anything. Let's save it and let's go back to our manage admin, and here we need to display the message, session message, if the session is set. So if is set $_session, what was our session name? Session name was change password. So if it set change dash pwd password, then we will display the message and we will unset it. So echo $_session change dash pwd and unset $_session change dash pwd. So that's it. Let's add semicolon. Let's save it by pressing Ctrl and S. Let's go back to our update password page and I will refresh it, and let's type the current password and let's type the new password 2 and 2. We need to type the password, correct password, in both new password and confirm password. And in current password you need to type current password. Let's click on save change password. Password changed successfully. So that means our change password functionality is working perfectly. And to check this mechanism, or to check this functionality, we will create a login functionality in next episode, and then we will check this functionality. Okay, so thanks so much for watching. We have successfully added the functionality to delete the admin, update the admin, and change password in this tutorial for our admin module. And in the next episode, we will create authentication or login system for our food order website using PHP programming language and MySQL. Till then, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you on next tutorial. See you soon. Bye bye.